Hey, welcome to Vidcast number 9.
Number 9.
I'm Richard Bliss, my co-host.
Aldo Giatti from Impressions.
And we are thrilled to be here to talk again about a little bit about gaming.
Yeah, actually we're going to dive straight into talking about something that I think we're going to argue about a little bit.
What's that?
You had a great conversation with Mark Kaufman from Days of Wonder, and you were talking about the influence of digital on board game sales or vice versa.
Yes, and you've heard it. You've heard that, or you've had this concern that, okay, all these video games that are coming out are digital games. I don't know even what to call them. Digitized board games that show up on the iPad, the device, the iPhone. Are they cannibalizing sales?
I thought just anecdotally that they were. Like just little nuances that I heard from people, like the Ascension app. People say, oh, I don't buy Ascension anymore, blah, blah, blah. But
that's not what Mark said.
Deep conversation with Mark. So tell us some of the stats if you think he...
So so if you're not familiar, Days of Wonder, I assume you are, since we're talking Ticket to Ride, we're talking iPad. So on the iPad they have Ticket to Ride, Small World, and then
they have a couple other smaller games I've seen.
Yeah, but their big sellers are, if you follow Days of Wonder, big sellers for Days of Wonder are Ticket to Ride, Memoir 44, which is an online game, and help me out, Small World, Ticket to Ride, and then.
Well, let's concentrate on the Ticket to Ride deck.
Shadows over Camelot does very well. Right. That does very well as well.
You told me. So Ticket to Ride specifically, though.
Yeah, so here's a company that has basically releasing both. And just recently, they gave away their app for free. They've been selling it. It doesn't sell for too much. But the Ticket to Ride Pocket for the iPhone, they decided to give it away for free. You have a copy.
I downloaded it for free, actually, when I saw it was available for free.
And as Mark said, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people downloaded that app.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I said, wow, 100,000 people. He said, no, hundreds and hundreds of. He was quite emphatic about that.
And then I would say, wow, board game sales must have decreased drastically that month and the following months.
And the stats are. He's sending me the stats. I'll post it on thegamewhisperer.com. I'll share it with your website. Exact opposite. When they release a digital app, when they release the game
in digital
format. About a month to 2 months later, they see a definite spike in sales of the cardboard version of the game.
That's interesting to me.
It is. Well, so it happens with Memoir 44. It's happened because they have an online version of Memoir 44, and it's happened with Small World. They made sure that Small World was, when the iPad first came out, Small World was available the day it came out. And they really have focused on that. And so what you've got, they've got a Kickstarter project. Days of Wonder has a Kickstarter project going right now.
For Small World 2.
For Small World 2. Yeah. And it's both the board game and the app at the same time.
So the answer to this is every manufacturer or potential manufacturer should do a digital app of their board game, right?
They should.
Is that the answer?
That is the answer. And that's what he's saying.
Wow.
Okay. And it goes the other way. When you release a new version of the board game, they see a spike in app sales.
As long as, of course, you refer people to it all.
Yes, and Days of Wonder does an excellent job of that. If you've ever opened up one of their boxes, it's just, they're cross-linked. Now, it helps that they're software guys. Days of Wonder is founded by previous software people who kind of cashed out of Silicon Valley. They're located in Silicon Valley. Yeah. They think that way. So it was a really fascinating conversation.
Okay, so that's the takeaway.
That's the takeaway.
You're a new game publisher, an existing game publisher, and you want to spike for your game? Make an app.
Make an app.
If you can.
Make an app.
All right. Okay.
So what are we going to talk about?
So we're going to talk about these releases, but of course, as always, we're going to go get into the game, take off that direction, and show you the breadth of releases that we have.
Because we got a lot of cool stuff to take a look at. So let's go take a look.
Let's take a look.
All right, go. Cool. This is the Cthulhu.
This is Out of Space from Pelgrane Press.
Okay.
As you can see off to the side there next to you, sticking out.
Right. I'm kind of standing in front of it here.
We've got the Trail of Cthulhu
let me hide
book. The Trail of Cthulhu core book, which is what Out of Space is for. It's a set of 5 adventures.
Okay.
For the core book right
here.
behind there that you see. So another supplement for a very successful RPG line using the Gumshoe system, which Pelgrane Press has several others for Gumshoe, but Trail of Cthulhu is definitely the leader of the pack. So let's
here we go.
Make our way to the next.
Oh, that's kind of a cool one. Okay. What do we got here?
Okay, this is Zing Pow from Ninja Mime Games. As you can see, the theme around this is the $10 card game, superhero, zap, zap, pow, pow.
Pow.
Everybody's familiar with the Batman and Robin TV show. You can see the letters, the words. That's what the crux of the game is, to have fun with the old superhero. Zing Pow. So quick, fast.
Do you know how much fun we're having doing this? This is awesome. Just getting in here, getting up close, kind of fun. Okay.
So that's it. So that's just a little quick song and dance for that one. Quick, fast superhero card game.
We're out of here. Next. Well, what's the last one? Okay, so I see we've got another one here. This is Raiding Parties.
Yeah, so this is actually Raiding Parties. Brethren of the Coast is the box that we see here.
And this was a Kickstarter, originally was a Kickstarter project.
Yes, you can see the original one.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's what this is right here.
Down at the bottom, that's the little double deck tuck box card game. The key about this is the art. Anybody? It's Don Mates. Arg. He's the Captain Morgan Spice Rum artist, you know, your alcoholic drink.
Awesome art.
So he does all this art for it. He's done the second one. We're just shipping this new Raiding Parties Brethren of the Coast, and it is expansion and standalone for the original Raiding Parties that's down below.
Okay.
So $20 for the box set.
$20?
$15 for the game, deck game, card game, and we're off.
Off we go. Doesn't matter. Okay. Oh, okay. So, Conquest Tactics.
So here it is, Conquest Tactics. This is our big $40 box set from Zeitgeyser Games that they did do a Kickstarter for just the individual decks, but they decided after the fact that they were going to make it a whole boxed board game.
Okay.
So, so this is the front, and then we're going to actually...
We're going to get into the game?
Really get into the game.
All right, ready? One, two, three.
Woo!
Very cool.
Here we go.
I love
Look at this.
We're doing this every time.
Yeah, this is fun. So now we've got Conquest Tactics set up.
Sure.
So you can see the cards.
Right, and we got these tracks here. I guess they're squares. This is the board. Is it like?
Yeah, this is your virtual battlefield. And so you can see, like, I'm on this side with the undead guys.
Okay.
And my guys are facing that way. So the title of the cards are facing towards you, and you have your set of humans that are facing this way.
Okay.
So you can see, it's going to be hard to see, but some of them are higher level. They show level 0, level 4, whatever it is. But in the sense of like Pokemon, if people have ever played the Pokemon card game, there's stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. You upgrade. Same with this game. You start with level 0 and you upgrade your characters.
And how do you do that? So I've got the cards, and so if somebody's looking at this and they're saying, well, okay, how do I do that? Do you have a hand of cards?
Yeah. You draw cards in your hand.
Oh, okay.
Do the whole thing and place them on the battlefield. And you have so much energy to spend, which is what the tracks are, on each side.
Okay.
Here. So, but yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it.
How do you recover energy?
At the end of the round.
Oh,
you recover, and then you get more, actually. So as the game progresses, your energy bar gets bigger, your tactics bar,
And this was a Kickstarter project.
Originally as decks, yes. Okay. Faction decks.
All right. So here is Conquest Tactics. Conquest Tactics in the game.
Okay.
All right.
Let's
go.
Yeah. There we go.
Very good.
So we're out, and then
let's head back.
We're going to head back and finish everything up.
All right. Well, that was a lot of stuff to look at.
Yeah, quite a few stuff today. I like how we jumped on into Conquest Tactics, and we're talking about mostly games that people have seen before in some capacity. They've got core or previous releases. So I always like to see lines being built. That's a big thing for me.
And so who's building a line?
Well, I mean, obviously the Trail of Cthulhu, is building a line. The Conquest Tactics was in one form. Now it's another in a boxed board game. And then the Raiding Parties. So, but Zing Pow is new. That's from a new publisher, Ninja Mime. But again, I like people building lines. That's going to be my takeaway from the whole episode, is that I always encourage you, make a line. Don't just take one game and sit on it forever, thinking that it's magically going to one day.
It's not.
No, it's not going to magically one day just get caught on. I mean, you have to push it and push it and push it, and there are.
And how long do you have to push it and push it and push it?
Oh, well, forever and ever and ever. But I always tell people it's always great to build your brand, your line as a company, so you can continuously.
For how long?
Well, I tell people about the third or fourth game.
Third or fourth game
should be a telltale sign.
So if I crank out 3 games in 3 months, I'm good.
3 different games. I'm not talking 1 core game and 2 expansions. I'm saying let's say you crank out 3 games in a year and a half, whatever. Of those 3 games, one of them should be the one that you back big time, or the one that can go over the hump, for example. That's what I always tell people. Don't think that it's just going to be 1 game in You know,
one and done.
Oh my God, I've been making this game for 10 years. Everybody's going to love it. It's like, wait a minute.
And I hear that a lot.
Yeah, we hear that a lot. So that's my takeaway from all this. And obviously something like Trail of Cthulhu for the RPG side, that has built a line for the RPG and the Gumshoe system. And hopefully something like Raiding Parties is beginning to build a line
Pirates.
of pirates.
Pirates and zombies. Can't go wrong.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. So we walked into a whole bunch of games. We talked a little bit about the digital app world. In a future episode, I can't confirm it right now, but we're going to have a guest. We're going to have one of the local owners of a game retail store on this show. I'm not going to say who because I'm talking to a few, but I want to talk to them.
Oh, and that reminds me, because you're going to talk to them, and I'm going to go on location. I'm going to go visit a game store in Greenville, South Carolina, and do an interview with them to kind of talk about it. And we'll do a cutaway report.
Yeah, maybe we can splice that into it. But yeah, and then we're also we have a local show called DungerCon coming up. So one of our future vidcasts, 2 vidcasts from now, is going to be live from the floor of DungerCon, and that's going to be what we're going to be doing presentation-wise and showing things off. So,
all right, episode 9, we're done. Okay,
out of here.
Thanks for watching.
Have a good one.
Talk to you next time.
Bye-bye.